Well, welcome back. So, as you may notice, no intro video for this one because, again, I don't have anything for sale at the moment. Not until we start our next piece for the Wildfire Relief Foundation, which we'll be doing right after this. So today we're going to be doing the outlining on these letters, maybe even these guys' tags, but I might do that in a separate, smaller video. But, of course, before we start, I'm going to pull out a random piece of paper. We're going to practice a little bit. So what are we going to do to make these? And we're just going to take some marker and do like this easily. And to quote the young Bobby Hill, check it out, y'all. I'm representing. So, of course, that's no guidance. Then we'll just go in with this and I could fill it in with watercolor. Like fill it in now and then do the edge work. Let me get something I painted on already to see what that looks like. I'm kind of changing my mind as I'm in here. So let's look at this. So let's pretend I wish I had some not blue. Oh, here we go. We'll use purple. That actually looks really good. So I think I'm gonna do that, and then once I do that, I can do like the tail, like we've touched up a million times, and go over it with a little yellow, and just brighten it up. Okay, so change of plans, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I know I'm already going back on what I said, but again, art is like life. You often have many unexpected things that change what you plan to do. Kind of works out. I had some other stuff I wanted to do as well. I can kind of experiment a little bit on camera. So first I saw some spots right about here I want to darken up, so I'm going to start with that actually. Okay, that's good. Literally all I wanted to do now, I gotta clean the crap out of this brush. And again, I'm gonna practice. Get my clean water. I don't know. So, I just bled a little color where it's not supposed to be in my paint, but that's why it's always a good idea to bring a towel. I'm literally going to scrape off that upper layer. It's always a shame when you got to do that. You waste paint a little bit. I really like my paint. Or I really like that color. See, there's still a little bit of blue in there, so just keep... Even the water's turning blue. I might use a different brush just because I'm having trouble getting the blue out. Alright, I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. When you can't get it like this, best thing to do is spray the crap out of it. Alright, I got it clean, more or less. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of make the yellow outline of what I want. Again, representing my set, Pooh. As long as I'm here, at the risk of having to clean this brush again, I want to see how it interacts with the marker. So look, once it gets in there, it does. It gets all over the place. So that is why I'm not doing this in the piece. Okay, so let's give this one a second to dry. Feels about there now. I don't even have to edit this time. So what I'm going to do is like this. Okay, that looks decent. But I'm also glad I did this because I'm not liking right here where it's kind of dark. So I'm going to really try to paint more the inside of the letters. And then I'll leave the edging to some color pencil work. Oh, I got a little glue right there. Now, in the past, I'd always try to find the flattest surface possible to work on. But a benefit to using thicker paper is you don't have to worry about that, which can be hard. Even you think you have a flat surface, even like the most minuscule grain can affect your shadowing and whatnot. Okay, so a little nervous again. I'm just going to go in here and start spreading some yellow. This is the closest thing to me. See how I'm just mostly taking it to the edge? Nice. Get a little more yellow here. You get like a hand paper, like a paper that wraps around my hand, just for doing this. I'm starting this corner here. Work my way over. Oh no, I got a little too dark there. So what do? More water. Yeah, get to it quick though. Spread it out a bit. Flip it around. In retrospect, that's not so bad. Is what you tell yourself. And again, I'm getting my color there, and I'm just coming to my test paper and dabbing. See how dark that is? That would have saved me a bit more there if I would have been more patient with the dab process. This color pencil in the middle so I can just paint right over it. I don't have to worry about it bleeding. And I don't have to worry about it, oh, hold on, give me a quick second. I don't have to worry about it bleeding. I don't have to worry about making dark spots. Okay, so look. Way too much color, got that school busy look. Get some fresh water, mix it in there. Then I get my color from there. And you go from there, you draw out, get a little more water. Perfect. You know, often when you have struggles in life, One thing people will instantly say to invalidate your struggle is everyone deals with struggles. As if you're being selfish. And I gotta tell you, everyone does not deal with struggles. There are a lot of people that just get through their life without any. They think they have struggles, but the things they think are struggles are so insignificant. My point is, you shouldn't go comparing people's suffering. You feel sympathy or you don't. You don't, Often, I find the people who say that they feel guilty about something, or they have something, and they're mad that they feel insecure about their thing because of whatever it is you're going through, which is just weird to me. It is a concept. There we go. Brighten up our K a little bit. Oh man, I'm really loving how this is going right now. Should have started in the corner up here. Luckily, I did not run out of water. Kind of am now, but watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to get a lot more water, a little more paint, test on my outside paper, which I have far off camera because I don't want to get my hand wet. I'm going to go to this corner and just bridge my way over there. Till everything has a nice, consistent yellowish hue. They're turning out pretty good right now. Water. Just gonna try to get it as light as I can. I remember what I tell you earlier. So you see the watercolor, like here, it covers up that ink. Certain materials do get covered by your watercolor and certain ones don't. Like the ink for my outlining. That's why a lot of times you'll see me go over it with water. Because it gets rid of the watercolor, the chalkiness that dispersed on the ink line. Or I have to go back over the ink lines. That's what I was trying to remember and tell you earlier when I repeated myself. Got the rock. Big bold D. Okay, now this part's making me a little nervous because it's right in our tail and our splash. Really don't want to mess these boys up. Right now, I gotta tell you, I'm really glad I decided to go in and do this, even if it ends up being a base layer and I have to pencil over it a bit. I think not only will it look smoother in the long run, but it's going to save me a lot of hand cramps and frustration. And, again, it'll look smoother. It'll look better than if I just color penciled it. That's the thing. Again, a lot of my teachers, they would always be like, we're going to do watercolor, we're going to do color pencil. They'd have you do things individually. But there's never a point where I skilled up and they're like, let's try mixing medium. I mean, like the most is like that mask I showed you in the previous episode. I made this when I was like 6 or 7. You know, you have to use painting and a bit with it, but people, for some reason, don't like to cross their mediums. And I'm like, to me, you have these tools to help you get color, texture, effect. If they work together, why would you not use all the tools available to you? If they make your job easier and the quality of your product better. I'm not like saying that as a rhetorical, like I'm generally asking, like if someone, like if you're watching this and you're just appalled that I mix all these different mediums, I'd really like to know why and what the school of thought is behind it. Because it's not something I thought to ask any of my teachers when I had them. Just, it didn't cross your mind. It's just your teacher. They're like, this is what you're doing today. This is what we're learning, you know, in most instances. My motivations as a kid, too, is I just wanted to draw. So, it's like, we're doing this. And I was like, all right. And I try to make it interesting to me if it wasn't. I think that's why I like hidden details, is a lot of times when I was in art class, especially as a kid, and the more I didn't like the project, I would hide in more little things to see if people would catch on. And generally they don't. Unless you tell them. Every once in a while you'll get someone, they'll be like neurodivergent, or they'll be really high or something, and they spot like one of them right away, and it's like, oh, I love you. Let me paint you this picture. Bright I am standing with you. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's the lightest bleed over right there. But it's fine, we saved it. Saved it, you don't see it? We're moving on. Joking, of course. A little bit. The thing is, I feel a lot of things fast, so it's like, yeah, I'm kind of joking, but we did feel it that fast. Yeah, so one thing I'm noticing now that I'm here is kind of the S. Some of the line work's a little sloppy, but I don't know if I want to fix it. I think it'll blend when I blue my letters. So that's looking great, and we've only done about 20 minutes, so I will definitely do the outlines for these. I'm going to give it to a minute to dry, and then we'll come back to this. I'm going to go dump my water while that dries and have a quick break, which will be instantaneous for you. And yeah, I like to clear my water out as soon as possible. It makes me nervous just having it around. Like, what if your cat gets up there? What if the camera falls? It could ruin everything. Okay. So, what I'm thinking we're going to do is I'm going to outline the letters today. We'll go back and do the shadows in the next video and touch up the colors in the middle and do the tags. Oh man, this is making me nervous. Yeah, I'm going to come over into my yellow and just find a dry spot. That is not dry at all, was it? It's going to look like that. It's going to look fine, Ricky. Right? Oh, man. Now, it's one of those things. It's just once I do it, there's no going back, you know? 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Oh, looks good. That's the thing until I make that first line. And the ink from this is really dark. So again, probably going to do my shadowing with purple. Now, it's not part of the Pokemon logo. I'll put my pen on it. And you see how this is a little messed up. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to come here and just straighten it up a bit. My son used these. There we go. These are one of those things, like everything. Hold on. A lot of times when I'm doing lines like this, I actually hold my breath, and that's why I have to hold on. Well, anyways, I'm going to do lines like this. And then I'm likely going to go in there with color pencil and shore up these lines a bit when I do the yellowing. See, the E wasn't exactly perfect. That's when I felt I was starting to wobble, I lightened up so I could go in and thicken it just now. Oh my god, dude. This is still nerve-wracking just coming this far. That's the thing is, because if I lose my tension and I don't feel tense, again, complacency. You don't want to feel complacent. That's when you messed up. Like how I almost bled into my Gyarados. Oh. Even though these are connecting, I'm still going the same way because how you get somewhere with your pencil does affect your line. Like a lot of times you'll see me make small shaky lines doing it over and over again, then I connect them. There's times though, like let's say these guys when I was outlining, if I had to do a bunch of little shaky lines, if I couldn't do that circle, I'm not going to be able to ink that circle. So obviously I'm struggling with the motion. Alright, this one's really bad. I'm gonna not talk. Oh, thank you, Mary, Mother of Jesus. Alright, so you see here how it's not connecting good. Again, when I do my touch-ups with the color pencil, we'll address that. And the reason is because this marker is a little too fat with its dispersal. See, like here, I went up here. Instead of going here and going down, I'm going back in there. So it's a little bit more of a point. And again, I will fix up these points with color pencil. Oh, that was hard. That's what she said. Oh my god. Ah! Wow, that looks good. It pops, you know? And I even think if I wanted to be lazy, I could get away with not adding shadow, but I want the shadow. So, I'm going to wait for this to dry, and we're going to come back and add shadow. I might do all the shadow with color pencil if needed, just to avoid having more ink saturation. But, oh my god, do I love this right now. So, just because these videos work better when I do it this way, I'm definitely going to be doing the shadowing and whatnot as a different video. The touch-ups on the color. And depending how long that takes, the final step there, individual tags, will probably be another layer. Because I want to practice them on a separate piece of paper like we did this. But until then, this has been a really fun video for me, and I hope it has for you too. And I definitely hope to see you back here again.